everyone, welcome back to this house of fashion. Hope you have a wonderful day. Today's episode is going to be on how to cut this lovely two-pieces dress. The two pieces I'm talking about is of crop top and a flace skirt. It's a an high waist flace skirt which has buttons, and it also have a pocket, a side two pocket. Then it has a zip at the back also. So as you can see, I'm using a crepe fabric of 4 yards to cut this out. The first thing I'm going to fold out here is the skirt, which I'll be folding out in the triangle form. Then I'll be deducting 3 yards for that. So let me fold it out before the necessary measurement. This is after folding it out. I'll be starting the measurement with the waist measurement. So at the waistline here, I'm going to take my 40 inches for the waist, but the actual waist measurement is 36 inches. But because of the overlap button at the front and a zip allowance at the back, that's I'm adding 4 inches of allowance to it. You can see. So I want to get where I can get my 10 inches. I've gotten there. You can see that's my 10 inches line. Then I'm going to trace it out like that. Then from that point, I'm going to take my length of this of the skirt. The full length of the skirt here is should be 44 inches. Then I'll be adding band to it. As I'm taking 2.5 inches up. Then I'm going to take my 44 inches. Let me check at this side. Maybe it's going to be equal first. So what I could get here is 43 inches. So I don't want you to have joining. So since I'm taking 2.5 inches up, then I'm going to make a tiny hemming at the down part of the skirt. So it's still going to give me my 44 inches for the skirt length. So now let me take my 43 inches round by taking 2.5 inches up. So if I want to join my band to this, I'll be joining the wideness of 3 inches band to it, so that it's going to cover the length. So you can see what I'm taking here. So let me take that round now. So this is after taking it down, then I've connect everything together. So the next thing here is to cut out the chalked area. So like this. So this is after cutting it out. You can see our skirt now. So I want to notch the center. So I want to know the side of the skirt. So this is going to be the side of the skirt. So I will notch the center, because we're still going to divide that center into two. It has a pocket and it also have a zip allowance at the back. That means we're going to join this in 4 places. So that is why I'm notching this area. So I'll note the area at which it falls to the side of the skirt. So now the next thing I'm going to do here is just to divide this. Then we're going to have this in 4 pieces before joining everything together to be one. So that's what I'm doing here. So this is it. So I'm done with this now. I'm done with the skirt cutting, you can see. So the next thing here is the top, to cut out the top. But before the top, I would like to cut out the skirt band. So I'll be making use of 7 inches wideness. So that by the time I fold it into 2, it will be 6.5 inches, and the half inch is going for the seam allowance. So that is what I want to cut out here. So the wideness of this also, as in the length of this, is going to be 40, as we know what we make at the waist line was 40 inches. So it should be 40 inches length. Then the width is going to be 7 inches. So let me cut it out now and show it to you. this is what I've cut out. This is our length of 40 inches with the width of 7 inches. So the next thing here is to cut out my my top. We are done with the skirt now. Then the pocket, we're going to fix it. The pocket has a cape where the button is. We're still going to fix it. By the time I'm fixing that, I'm going to show it to you. So I'm using this now to cut out the top. Then I'll be folding this into 4 places. The length of my top here is 20 inches, and the top has a button, so I'm going to leave my button allowance at the front. It's just like a zip allowance. So let me fold this out now and show it to you. This is after folding it out. You can see my allowance for the button. I'm using 3 inches of button allowance. This is not constant. It depends on how wide you want that area to be. So I'm taking 8.5 inches for the shoulder, then 1 inch for the shoulder slant. I slant it up to the center of both back and front. Then from this area, I'm going to take my armhole measurements to be 8.5 inches as well. Then I'm going to take my bust measurement to be 11 inches. I'm using 44 inches. They will do the same allowance of 1.5 inches. So at this area, the waist, I'm using 40 inches for the waist. Then with the same allowance of the same inches I use at the bust area. So the total length of this top is 23 inches. I'm using 3 inches for the seam allowance. Then what we need for the crop top is 20 inches. So you can see I connect all the lines together. The next thing here is to cut it out. So this is after the cutting. So I'm notching out the zip or the buttons allowance. You can see, so I notch it out. So the next thing here is to take the neckline. The neckline I'm making use of here because the neckline is very it's not too wide, so I'm making use of 3 inches for the wideness of the neckline here. 3 inches. Then the deepness I'll be making use of 3 inches for the weight for the neckline here. Then the deepness I'm going to make use of 1.5 inches. This is for both back and front first, before I will now load the neckline for the front a little bit. You can see what I've cut out here. Then at the front, don't forget that is going to be our front. So we'll keep this aside. Then we cut out our front. So I'm going to come down with 1.5 inches. Then we cut it. So you can see this is now the neckline for the front. So don't forget we have to re-notch the buttons allowance so as to get that point of the button. I'm going to use hemming gum, so I'm not going to sew it. I'm using hemming gum directly. So we can whip the edge of the button allowance, then hemming gum it. It's anyhow we want it to be. So this is what I'm using for the sleeve. I'm using this for the sleeve. Then I'm going to come, because the way they cut the sleeve is like a shirt sleeve. The sleeve is like a shirt sleeve. So I'll come down to 6 inches. 6 inches because I want that cup to show properly. So this is my 6 inches. The 6 inches line is here. So you can see. So from that place, I'm going to sketch out the shape of the sleeve. You can see the way I sketch it out. Then I'm going to take the wideness of the arm. Then I'm using 20 here. That's 10. 20. The 20 is with the same allowance, so I'm using 16 here, so that's 8. So I'm connecting them together. You can see. Then I will now cut it out. So before then, I want to take the length. The length of the sleeve here is 10. So I'm going to make use of a seam allowance of 2 inches to make it 12. So from that 12, I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to notch the center. So this is the end of the cutting. So let me show you how I'm going to put my hemi gum to the half cut to the skirt. So then by the time I put my hemi gum to the half cut to the skirt, I'm going to join everything together and show you the finishing. So let me go and do that and show it to you. So now I want to make use of hemi gum at the center of the skirt where the buttons are going to be. Guys, here I'm doing it. I've placed my hemi gum. I'm folding it out with the iron first. So to give me that line, then I'll now insert my hemi gum to make it neat. You can see. So after this now, here is my hemi gum. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to place it inside it, then iron it to make it stay. So you can see the I'm going to do it now. So now I'm done with the ironing of both sides. You can see the both sides. I've done that to the two sides. This is how I'm going to place it on it, then fixed our button. You can see it now. You can see the way I'm going to place it on each other, then I'm going to fix my button at the center. So the next thing to do here is to do the same thing to the half cut. You know, the half cut, which is going to be the top, is also going to have the same button, and at that button area I'm going to make use of hemi gum the way I did at the skirt. So let me do all that now and show it to you. So here is the top. Yeah, you can see we are done with the button and on the top. So the next thing here is to fix the pocket at the two side of the top. So that's why I'm trying to take the measurement to know the point. So I'm making use of 6.5 inches here from the shoulder. This is not constant. It depends on the person you are sewing for. You know, the measurements are not the same, you know. So I use 6.5 inches from the shoulder to the point I'm going to place my cap. It's just a pocket cap. There's not going to be a pocket at that center. So I'm doing that for the second side also. You can see it. Then the distance of the center is going to be 1.5 inches. So the distance of both sides is not going to be 3 inches. So you can see what I'm doing for at the second one also. So this is the distance I'm trying to tell you. I'm starting from this point. You can see this is 1.5 inches. I'm going to do the same at the other side too. So here is my pocket. You can see the two pockets I'm placing here. This is too wide. What I cut out before was 6 inches wideness, but I want to reduce 2 inches from it, so that I'll be left with 4.5 inches. So it's too wide at that area, so I want to reduce it. But the length of the pocket cap is now 3 inches length, so it's okay. So that's the area I'm going to cut out. You can see. So let me go and cut it out now and fix it. Then I'm going to fix my button as well, then show it to you. Welcome back. Here the finished work so far. This is the crop top and the skirts, the flace skirt that we have been cutting out. You can see the buttons, you can see the flare gown, you can see how beautiful the buttons are arranged. I use 3.5 inches for the distance. This is the pocket, the side pocket. So the two cap had the pocket. My client does not want it, so that's why I did not insert it here. So if you want, you can insert it in your own style. So that is the skirt, that is the top. You can see how beautiful this turns out. So there's going to be a zip at the back also. You can see the pocket is showing at the back as well. You can see it now. So if you're watching for the first time, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorials. And for those people that have already subscribed, I really appreciate you guys for watching my video. Always in my next tutorial. Bye.